can provide in totality is global vision, right? Even though he has been cut down in duration, but knowing where your opponents are, even for a fraction of a second, could be very helpful. So let's hop into game one. The lineup, John. Team Turkey in the blue side, and Team Malaysia on red.
Yeah, we can see already quite a lot of trade here coming in from the mid. Basically, everyone received some damage here. Rosa, Yoom, Stormy, as well as Apex 47. Now we got to see how they're going to be contesting the jungle here, because we can already see Malaysia prime position to protect their own jungle, and Turkey just looking for opportunity. So both really understanding what each other are trying to do.
Now Stormy does get lifted back though. That is so dangerous. Stormy barely makes it out with help of Yooms. And that's the priority that we've been talking about. And first blood actually attained in the gold lane. Lolia with a solo kill on a Sigiboom.
Lolia must be quite upset. It was not shown on screen with all the, I would say, pressure is got from the netizens.
Man,
but
how did that happen?
How did that happen? I mean,
that hurts.
Sigiboom already used up the Purify, so I'm guessing Lolia just went all in, and Sigiboom just did not realize Xboard did that much damage, I guess?
I mean, Lolia didn't even have to use his flicker, right? Rosa is gonna eat the turtle boat in the face. Sakai's with a pickup. Tianzi is in though, has the shadow kill. Sakai's gonna use the heal. And actually, Tianzi not able to pick up anyone. Team Malaysia gets away with no casualties.
Yep, this is the experienced mid trio here coming in from SRGOG, making it so that able to bounce around the Ogi shadow kill, not to get all of it onto Sakai's. And even if it does, Yooms is there with the Revitalize. So honestly, Team Turkey could have turned things around if Tianzi was able to get a couple of kills there.
Luna gets zoned away from the objective. Lo Liao just scouted out Tianzi at the purple buff. Team Malaysia have full priority over the turtle. Apex 47 not going to be able to make too much of an impact without level 4. Same as Yooms, but I think in terms of agency, you prefer Yooms a lot more, as Momo will just soak up all the pressure from Lunar. Has the final slash. Tianzi quad shadow tries to find an opening, but Yi Shin just better with the retribution.
Yep, Sakai is able to secure that, but good on Tianzi as well, waiting out for the unbreakable. But hold on, something's happening in mid.
Wait, Sigiboom's gonna die again.
Lolia gets a kill somehow, and now Momo looks like the duo laner here. EXP and gold.
For 2 times in a row, Lolia didn't have to use the flicker for the solo kill. It makes you wonder what happened in the gold lane.
I mean, hey, doubts for Momo and Lolia should be answered here. Both basically soloing the opposing laner. Looking quite good opening up here. Malaysia up by 2,000 gold. But again, we gotta wait on Tianzi, because we've seen Hayabusa coming back from behind. It's definitely possible, but the problem is gonna be that Uranus, right? Someone has to deal with that.
Yeah, and the person that is good at dealing with it is falling pretty far behind. And Apex 47 goes down. I think you need to call for help if you are Sigiboom. Someone needs to free him from that lane. Not to free him from that lane, but you lift that pressure a bit, right?
Yep.
Because they're gonna call me for a gank.
2-level difference.
Shocker, no Purify, Sigiboom. One last effort, Blazing Duet, eat all the AOG. That's a killing spree for Sakai's. This gold lane has completely gone to dust.
I mean, we talk about how difficult it is to play a marksman in gold right now, because there's a lot of gold being nerfed on the minions, where Claude is viable because he can double wave, right? Get on gold as well as mid. Now he doesn't even get gold.
I'm just shocked, right? It took was a level 1, level 2 solo kill to really set it in motion. We just say that, you know, eventually he's going to be able to shred through the X-Borg. He's going to be able to scale to the late game. But dying 3 times in under 4 minutes, that is disastrous.
Yeah, even Momo is having an EXP lead here going up against Lunar. And now the turtle is going to spawn. Sigiboom does have that first item. But look at this, trying to fight back. Lunar already using the final slash, and Rosa flickers in.
Comes in and tries to grab a target, taunted. There's nothing that Rosa could do in that situation, and Tianzi will have to fall back as Team Malaysia so far up 6-0, 3.3k goal advantage, and that lead will keep on expanding as they work on the second turtle.
And Momo doing the most annoying thing, 1v3 here, and now AOG goes in!
Don't even want to give them the orange buff. Tianzi was to cure it in the end. Final slash from Lunar. Tianzi cannot re-engage Lunar. We just have to dash around with the Vengeance. He himself flickers away. And we are seeing a bit of the problem right now. Turkey don't really have that big burst that they need to finish off targets.
And again, this is just how Malaysia plays. They even catch the Etsy!
Oh.
The burn is there, but not gonna kill TNZ. But yeah, Malaysia, they like to draft where they can zone people away. And look at this, they're doing it quite well. They're basically drafted where we don't have to fight, but if you do want to, hey, we welcome you.
Hume's reaction is out of this world. Get some pixel perfect reflexes. Lunar forced out of his own lane. Bottom tier 1 gone already. And I'm struggling to look for a comeback plan for Turkey. In this situation, it looks so tough.
Yeah, because they have a lot of crowd control, but at this point, they don't have a lot of damage. And Rosa was just hit once.
Yeah.
Not pull back, just hit once, and that was like 20, maybe the minimum 50% HP loss. The traction pulls right now coming in from Stormy is not just a threat of starting a fight, but just the damage itself. Right now, the turtle will spawn in roughly about 40 seconds. And TNZ, this is the problem where 1, 2 fighters, 1 tank. It's going to be difficult for him to use the Oki Shadow Kill to really get a kill. Because even Stormy was able to use the Stardom to stun him up. Well, you know, make sure that he doesn't move and just take free damage from the Kimmy.
Yeah. Makes it worse that your goal lane is essentially a null factor, right? So the expert wants to move into your jungle. He sure as heck can do that. Brute Force breastplate for Lo Liao. TNZ starved out of resources. Team Malaysia 5.3k up. Traction pulse. Use early on. No, they know where Lunar is. But how is Turkey going to cut through this front line? Can't do it without Sigiboom. The Sigiboom needs time. And he needs a lot more than he would have bargained for, honestly.
Yeah. And the problem is, even if you do go for a team fight with Lo Liao, the lead that he has, the last Insanity, even if he doesn't kill, it's going to deal quite a lot of damage. So
wait a minute.
Even Tifa is going to be difficult.
Apex is dead. Not really sure what the idea was. He was cutting through the mid wave. Even if you're trying to get vision, I don't think you need to go that far. Not at this state of the game. That control is not going to be utilized anyway, since the rest of your teammates don't really have priority at all.
Yeah. Basically, Apex wants to do what Momo is doing right now.
Cut the wave?
He's going anywhere he wants, right? Like, there doesn't need to be a reason for him to be there. I mean, like, there is, right? Vision as well as slowing down the rotation, but he's not punishable. That's the thing here compared to Apex 47. Apex is punishable. Momo, not really. He's literally healing everything up.
Look at that. 3 ultimates in a row. They only find Lunar, but better than nothing. Lift up onto Yums. And with the OG Shadow Kill, no way Yums survives this, right? Eventually goes down. Rosa finds the shutdown, but now they have Lo Liao to deal with. And Team Malaysia still ends up getting mid-tier 1. Despite all that effort from Team Turkey, they get the root on Sigiboom, and Sigiboom will have to fall back, and Rosa cannot do this alone. Not with the 2-Sin.
Right now, Malaysia, 6.7k goal lead. Turkey is able to get a kill. And TNZ, this is very interesting. He is getting the Sky Piercer, which honestly is not that bad of an idea, because at least if they somehow can get a kill, it could snowball, because at this point, you need some kind of miracle. So you need to make that play. You need to make that choice.
They have what means to do a setup. That's the good thing. The bad thing is that they are so far behind. Apex will provide vision, but you just cannot shake Momo off.
Yeah.
Momo is just sticking onto you.
Right now, Momo is just being a bit too annoying, because this Uranus was the one that got MVP yesterday.
Yeah.
And also unkillable, right? So this is the problem that we talked about in draft. We already see the heroes. We saw the Hayabusa, the Jushin, as well as the Hilda, and we know that that lineup doesn't kill Uranus that fast. So I think the answer was supposed to be the Claude. But the fact that Lo Liao closed that problem quite early on, this is trouble for Turkey, because they got to deal with Momo first.
Yeah, Lo Liao shut that down so quick. Still am wondering how that happened, but we'll have time to deliberate the post-game. Team Malaysia continues to spearhead that lead. Easy Lord 1 in under 10 minutes.
Yep. And so far, Malaysia, this is probably the cleanest we've seen them play so far. Yesterday against Iran, they really showed up, but I don't know. Going up against Turkey, you can feel like they put in quite the effort here to deal with them.
This is the actual full power, right? Action pulse that doesn't connect to anyone. You can see. No way in. That's one hit from Sakai's.
Yep. This is trouble because Turkey, they have to turtle up, but again, they don't have enough damage. So even if Malaysia makes a mistake, I don't know if they have enough damage to really punish that Husky. Speaking of damage, one hit, man.
I mean, their sole Lord Defender, Lord Killer, is not ready. Not remotely ready. Even the 5-man final slash, I don't think is going to save them. Not from this predicament. Top inhibitor goes down. That is so clean, Apex. I don't know what's the plan for Apex. There's really nothing much he could do. Now Turkey gets some breathing room to work on the Lord. Final slash onto Low Liao. He's going to last insanity. Fraga armor breaks. TNZ, again, no opening for him. Apex 47 can only watch as Team Malaysia breaks down the mid inhibitor. And not done this yet though. Momo taking some considerable output from Turkey, but still not enough to go down.
And look at Apex 47, been flanking for quite a while, try to find an opening. Looks like he's just gonna buy some time, but Sakai's is chasing after him.
Apex 47 will try, but try to see Mike Yums. The Metal Gauntlet will find it, and now Momo right in the midst of things with Low Liao. Last insanity is a barbecue season. As Stormy finds Lunar. Turkey down to 3, and that is gonna make it 2. Sigiboo have no chance. Rosa with the flicker to safety. Apex 47 back in 10. TNZ last-ditch effort. Try to roll the dice. Finds Sakai with the Sky Piercer, but it's still a disadvantaged defense. Apex is now back. Minion wave to be dealt with. TNZ will need a bit of help, and they will clear it out in time. Rosa with the lift back onto Yum. TNZ back into it. Gas the taunt. Apex 47 holds the front. TNZ doesn't have the ult, and Turkey lives to fight another day.
Yeah, again, looks like Momo, even though get caught, hold on. Track the pulse. Looks like they're not gonna do anything. That's just to make sure that Turkey cannot re-engage. Sakai's got shut down, but still, he's playing an amazing Yeast and Shin game. The damage that he's outputting, honestly, Sigiboo tried to go in because he did have the golden staff, so the damage, now you do have to respect it, but the damage that they dealt to Sigiboo,
yeah,
that was nasty. That was a lot.
I feel like Sakai can face tank the Blazing Duet and still solo kill Sigiboo until the Winds of Nature come out. It's gonna take a while. I don't know if Turkey have that time now that the second Lord is up.
Yeah, but now look at Momo finding 2 and all by himself, making TNZ as well as Sigiboo suffer quite a bit. Even in terms of damage, this Uranus is not just a wall, man. It's a wall that can fight back. And now the Lord has been started up by Team Malaysia. TNZ is looking for an opportunity, but Yums is there to stop him.
That's a conceal. A bit late to the party. TNZ couldn't get there in time. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out though. Sigiboo wants to get into the fight, but just could not find a space to do so. Maybe with the help of Rosa, they can find some space. But Rosa is going to get chased down. So Kai's actually burns. Apex 47 finds Stormy. A 2-for-2 trade so far as Low Liao gets gone on by TNZ. Immortality is going to be out. Momo flickers on top of Rosa. Rosa trying to run away, but Momo should be able to get the finisher. And Team Malaysia still comes out on top. 10 seconds for Luna to come back.
I gotta say, Momo is being relentless here. I kind of feel like he's missing the international stage here, Husky.
Yes.
He really wants to show up here for Malaysia. All the while, we gotta shout outs to Turkey because they created chaos so that Stormy and Sakai's were uncomfortable in that fight and they got that kill. They only got 2, but that's quite a big 2 that they got.
Yeah. This guy's going down a second time, and TNZ also doing a fantastic job taking out the immortality of Low Liao. Momo gets gone on too. Won't commit the shadow kill. They take care of the Lord, so the last inhibitor still stands for Turkey. They have successfully weathered the storm a second time.
But Malaysia, they gotta be careful. 14 minutes in at this point, Sigiboo, even though 0-5 and 2 is gonna be a threat, so they gotta be careful whenever you do see a possible BMI coming up.
Yep.
Sakai's is gonna be the main damage dealer to just burst him out that fast. Speaking of which, Sakai's does have that Winter Crown, so he understands that he's the main target now. So he needs to be prepared to make an outplay, essentially.
The Winter Crown is going to solve a lot of that problem too. The Ogi Shadow Q also very ineffective against the Winter Crown. This goal lead still 5k for Team Malaysia, sure. Next Lord up in 70 seconds on the top quadrant of the map. Turkey should be able to handle the waves no problem. They have Sigiboo online after gruesome 5 deaths this game. But we are seeing the dividend being paid off.
Yep, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So Team Turkey, they're still in the match here because they have the advantage of having that Claude. And TNZ, we got to give it respect. He bought the Sky Piercer. He only got 1 kill, but he hasn't died at all. Considering the amount of pressure that Malaysia has been putting on, he still got 10,000 gold with 0 death.
In the shutdown that he got earlier on was onto Sakai's, of all people too. So Sky Piercer well utilized. I mean, even Apex 47, we saw him jump on the Stormy earlier on to get the solo takedown. So he is starting to be a threat, even though he's not the most durable hero out there, but the axe, it hurts.
Yep. Looking forward to see the Chastise Pauldron being built by Malaysia here because they still need to deal with Sigibum. It's a great item, not only just to reduce the attack speed, but also getting some heal whenever you are low enough to trigger it. Turkey, they have a lot of ways to start a fight, especially Lunar, but I kind of feel like Apex 47 might have to throw his body a little bit just to be able to clump Malaysia up close enough so that you can have maximum value on that final slash.
Team Turkey has shown their confidence and composure in even attempting to contest the second Lord. I wouldn't fault them if they attempt this. From multiple angles it is. Hume's hiding in the top bush. I don't think Turkey knows about this, so an AOG could be the surprise factor that Malaysia is looking for. That's why they will pull off the Lord.
Yeah, look at that. It's not just Humes, it was Sakai's as well. They found one! They found Lunar!
Oh, and that's a key member. Just caught Luna sleeping at the wheel. He didn't want to use the flicker, and now he's punished with a 30-second death timer.
And look at this, Rosa trying to zone people out. Sigibum does have that Winter Crown, so he has an opportunity to make a play here. Will Turkey take it?
So Liao loses. The Furia got armor. Good attempt for Tianzi. Yum stops him in the spot. So Sakai's gets the retribution. Apex, you have to throw his body as he goes down. AOG connects on the Rosa. Yum's on the chase. Brings No Liao in. Tianzi can't really get much done as Sakai's just solo kills Sigibum in the back line. And the turtle bolt on the Tianzi. Sakai's with a triple kill.
Dude, Sakai's having an amazing game, man. 11, 2, and 4. Rosa trying to buy as much time as possible. Mid against mid. Stormy against Rosa. And Yunes is dead. Rosa gets a kill, but look at the base. Team Malaysia, they're on it. Final slash from Lunar. Rosa actually gets a kill onto Stormy, but looks like Malaysia is going to be taking game number 1.
Clean as a whistle from the